Situation. Imogene is Jack's sister. You probably figured that out yourself. She's, a little flighty. Impulsive. From time to time, she runs off. Usually with a new boyfriend. Then I send somebody to bring her home.
Alright, so I'm gonna guess that person's going to be me this time?
Do you know where she's gone?
No, but it shouldn't be too hard to find out. She's been spending a lot of time in Good Neighbor, at the jazz club there, the third rail. Somebody there must know something. She's not known for keeping her mouth shut.
What if she doesn't want to come home?
Obviously, as one of the family, you can't just knock her in the head and drag her home by her heels. Usually, by the time I send someone after her, she's gotten bored with the whole thing and is ready to come home. I'm sure you'll think of something. You're supposed to be resourceful, remember?
Right. Resourceful. Let's go dog meat. Well, hello there, Mr. Bowtie. How are you doing today?
Newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
I will go on in.
Toss out the troublemakers. Keep that in mind.
Alright, I'll try not to cause any trouble.
Hold up. I want to hear this song.
Alright. I guess we'll wait.
You saw that big explosion over at CIT? They say that's when the Institute got started.
Dog meat, don't knock that over.
Rufus, wait till this song is over.
What? Another one of you mercs looking for McCready?
Can't say I'm surprised to find you in a den like this, McCready.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Busy.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Good Neighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Bards.
Look, pal. If you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
Yeah, that's what I wanted
Why
to
don't you
talk
tell me who
about.
these guys were first?
A couple of morons looking to climb the ladder of success by stepping on everyone else on the way up. Shouldn't be surprised, though. That's how it goes when you run with the Gunners.
Never heard of the Gunners. Who are they?
One of the biggest gangs in the Commonwealth. Got a rep for being crazy. You know, so tightly wound, you think they were a cult or something? Stuck with them for a while because the money was good, but never fit in. That's why I made a clean break and started flying solo. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
Are you always this suspicious?
Hey, you approached me. Frankly, I'm taking a huge risk being out here in the Commonwealth in the first place. So I'm not about to leave anything to chance. Which brings me back to my original question. Can I trust you?
Of course you can trust me.
Hold on. What kind of risk are you talking about?
I already told you way too much. I need to learn to keep my big mouth shut. Look, I'm tired of playing 20 questions. So I'll cut you a deal right now. 250 caps. Up front. And there's no room for bargaining. What do you say?
You've got a deal.
Now you're speaking.
Sure.
All right, boss. You got yourself an extra gun. Lead on.
Sorry, dog meat. You gotta go back. You gotta go home. Sorry, boy. Don't you shoot him. Alright. Is the song?
Magnolia's got a hell of a voice. You're
Yeah.
a good neighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
It's a dump.
Why do you ask?
Just trying to get a feel for you. Ain't exactly the safest neighborhood, so I like to know who's gonna cause trouble, and who's gonna end it.
Name's Rufus. I do repairs around here. Keep the robots running, sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing.
If I'm not here, drinking this swill Charlie calls beer, I'm usually over at the Hotel Rexford. Looking for parts? I also might have a job for you if you're interested.
Oh yeah? What job?
Don't know if you've had a beer here yet, but I swear Charlie must have found it in a sewer with how bad it tastes.
Oi, I heard that. Don't make me break your knees, lad.
Yeah? And what would you know about knees? And
He doesn't have
found this
knees.
house
Oh.
doing repairs at the Rexford. Delivery notice for a brewing machine. Pre-war. Thing is, it was never delivered. Well, with all the bombs and all. Done some asking around, and I think it might still be intact. Which is where you come in.
Oh, do I?
The usual. Place it's in isn't empty. I'd have to shoot your way in. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
Isn't
Um.
equipment going to be kind of large?
Usually it is, but apparently this machine has been miniaturized, so that shouldn't be a problem. Are you gonna take the job?
Well, if it's miniaturized, then yeah,
I
I'll do
assume
it.
This is a paying job.
Of course. How about 200 caps and some of the beer? Are you gonna
Make
take
it 400. No, 200's fine.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Great. So, brewing machine is in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock Tap House. When you leave town, make your way around east till you hit Atlantic. Great big green sign. Bring it back here when you're done. You point?
Alright, find the brewing machine.
Arrangements.
Hey, Magnolia.
Hmm? What's the matter, handsome? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
No, the song was great.
Never
It's
heard that
just...
song before. Who wrote it?
I did. Everything I sing is an original. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. I think I know a fellow performer when I see one. You're good with your words. Know just the right thing to say at the right time. So what brings a man like you to my part of town?
What do you think?
We're all trying to forget something, aren't we? I think you and I are going to get along. So
Do
it's
you
my
now?
turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
Flirt with her.
Do you
No,
know that you
no.
have
We got a mission. We got a mission to do.
I
Stay
know.
on subject.
I haven't seen her in a while, though. Were you a friend of hers?
Do you know where I can find her?
I guess that depends on why you're looking for her.
Her family's worried
Yeah.
that something's happened to her.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seems like a body that could use looking after.
Well, where is
Do you
she?
know where she's gone?
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Imogene, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible. Pam, would you come over here a minute?
Who? Who's she talking to?
Magnolia?
No. Fine
Mr.
gentleman here
Bowtie.
for Imogene. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas.
Yes, that's right. The one Imogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything
hope Imogene's alright. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fella.
Alright then.
I need to be a lot more higher.
Looks like we have a lead.
Bothered right now.
Ooh, who's that? And we're here. It's a long journey full of danger and excitement. Just kidding, it's very boring. Anyway, we're here.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Tell me something. You ever feel like this whole world is broken?
Constantly.
You ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old
Always.
days?
I don't have time for this.
You should make time for something this important, neighbor. Something that could change your life, and maybe the whole Commonwealth. We call ourselves the Pillars of the Community. We're a pretty new movement, so you may not have heard of us. But we're growing fast all across the Commonwealth, and you can be part of this exciting future. Step right this way, and I'll be happy to tell you all about our movement and how you can be a part of it.
I'm looking for Imogene Cabot.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not
sorry,
interested
but
in what you have
Imogene
to
is
say.
indisposed right now.
I'm on a
She's not
mission.
seeing visitors.
Oh no, is
What's
she not?
doing here? Is she a member of your movement?
Actually, she and I are, you know, romantically involved. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I
With
are
a
just
dirty
having
face like you? Ew.
relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
Just threaten him.
I'm going to see her, one way or another. Your choice.
Maybe they'd rather spend the last few seconds of
It
their lives
actually,
naked
it actually
on their
worked.
chest.
Wow.
Awesome.
You went right to throwing your weight around. I thought we were friends. If you want to see her
What
so
made you
bad,
think
please
that?
stand in the
Seriously.
way. Here, I'll unlock the door for you.
Yeah, you better.
Let's check out the
Oh, he's
gym
going this way.
before we leave, huh?
Okay, I guess we're going this way. What door are we going to? Is it in there? Is it in there? Is it this door? I want to open it. Slow walker. Hurry up and open the door, please. You gonna open it?
It's all yours, neighbor. We don't have anything to talk about.
Well, good, because I didn't want to talk to you anymore anyway.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
Yeah. He did.
That's right. I'm here to rescue you.
What makes you think I need to be rescued?
You're Jack's sister? I was expecting someone a bit younger.
You really know how to flatter a lady, don't you? Just to be clear, I'm Jack's
Called her
younger
old.
sister, the baby of the family. Once I get home and get some of Jack's serum, I'll be back to my usual stunning self.
Oh, that's what the
Jack has a
serum does.
that reverses aging?
It really isn't any of your business. And I know it was Jack who sent you. He's always trying to control me.
Ungrateful.
Do you want to get out of here or not?
Well, yes. I've been waiting to see if Thomas would come to his senses. But since you've already gone to all this trouble, I may as well leave now. I was bored with Thomas anyway.
Alright, let's go.
He seemed so interesting at first. But
Yeah,
after we
then
got
you
here,
found
he
out he's
turned
very
to be
boring.
Just another brute. He
Mhm,
actually
mhm.
thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
Felt the same way.
Your boyfriend Thomas was a real charmer.
I was done with him, and he shouldn't have locked me in here. Oh, I'm not going with you. You can
What?
tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
Alright then. Just see you at home.
Try again. Think it's clearing up.
Jack, I found Imogene. She'll be home shortly. Jack?
The signal is strangely weak. Not now.
Oh my
Edward,
God, it's
switch over to the heart
What? What's happening?
Do you copy?
Now, how's this?
Oh, that stuff
done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
I'm trying, Jack. I've never seen raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy, the doorway's right there. Sorry. Things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office. Elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Hello? Edward? Come in! Edward! Ah! There's no signal at all. I've lost him.
What's happening, Jack? If these people are inside Parsons, if they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
Who?
What's going
What?
on?
That was Edward. He's at
Don't know who I
Parsons'
am.
old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
What happened?
The guards at Parsons called in that they were under attack. Edward went to help. I've only just been able to raise him, briefly. I didn't get much, but it sounds like the situation there is nearly out of control. I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
Okay, that
Exactly
serum.
What does this serum do?
I suppose it's time you knew.
Yeah, it is
The main
time.
benefit of the serum is to halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old, but it also confers other side effects.
400.
especially
I'm only 200 years old.
that the raiders stole. It increases strength and resistance to all kinds of physical damage. So at least some of these raiders may be much more dangerous than the ones you're used to dealing with.
Okay, 400 years old. That's
You're
pretty
400
old.
years old. Then you were born before the Great War.
Yes.
Long before that Great War.
I'd say mid-21st century.
What makes you think that?
Patterns of speech, general demeanor, physical health. You reminded me of the old days the moment I laid eyes on you. I just didn't put my finger on it until now. Is there anything else before we get going?
Yeah, the serum.
My father, Lorenzo Cabot, is confined in Parsons. He became dangerously unstable after handling an artifact he found on an archaeological dig in Arabia. He gained various seemingly paranormal powers, as well as becoming increasingly irrational and violent. In the end, I had no choice but to confine him, for his own safety, as well as ours.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling him all this?
In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had introduced anomalies into his blood. So the source of his insanity is also the basis of the treatments that have prolonged all our lives. The irony isn't lost on me, but if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my father forever. I will not allow that to happen. Not to mention that the artifact has made him paranoid, homicidally violent, and endowed with extraordinary abilities.
Abilities, huh? What kind of abilities?
Right away, then.
Exactly right. Hold on. Weren't you off looking for Imogene? Did you find her?
Yeah, I found her. I told you. She's fine. She's coming.
Yes, I found her. She's fine.
Oh, good.
At least there's one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right?
Yeah.
I hope that's the right amount. Before we go,
198.
I need you to
That's all you got?
understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay. Yeah. I got it. I got it.
Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful.
Okay, let's go.
Try not to hurt him.
Serious battle.
At